All right. I just wanted to, okay, I wanted to make sure this was recorded. Um, welcome, welcome. This is our first meeting for the new year. And let me just move that so it's not so distracting. This is our first meeting for the new year. And I wanted to do a quick training on goal setting. And probably not the typical goal setting that we're used to, but these are just some great ways to encourage us to make goals and to remind us why it is important to make goals. So the first thing you want to do is you want to identify your goals, and you identify it by you want to visualize it. You want to imagine yourself as having already achieved your goal. So say, for example, your goal is to have a home, a new home. You want to visualize the home, like have a picture of it. What does it look like? What does it even down to what does it smell like? What kind of flowers are you going to have? What kind of furniture? How many bedrooms? Those type of things. And then you see yourself already achieving that goal. And so it's the same thing even with Mary Kay. If you have a sales goal, see yourself already having that sales. If you have a red jacket goal or directorship, see yourself already achieving that. And number two, the second thing is you want to set a deadline. A goal with a deadline changes life. So you want to set a deadline. Without a deadline, you really don't have a goal. So say you tell yourself, I want to earn a car, but you don't have a deadline as to when you're going to earn the car, then it's really not a goal. It's really not a goal. So you want to make sure that you set a deadline. You know how long it takes. For example, if you want to earn a car, you can earn it in 3 to 4 months, 3 or 4 months. I recommend going for 3 months. Then you set that goal, and then you go for that. The next thing is when it comes on to goal setting, make a list of the obstacles. So, what are some things that you will have to overcome in order to achieve your goal? I remembered when I was going for directorship, I remember one of the things I knew I had to overcome was with my schedule. I knew I had to make booking calls before I went home. Because once I got home, that's it, it was done. There was nothing, I wasn't going to get much done. And so, what I knew I had to do, I had to make the sacrifice and stay back after I got out of the office in my car, make my booking calls. So, what are some other obstacles you're going to have to overcome? Maybe not take a vacation in those 3 months, right? It's a short-term sacrifice for long-term benefit when you're going for that big goal. The other thing when it comes on to making a goal is make a list of helpful people. So identify the people who will help you reach your goal. And so writing that down. So who are the people that you know will root for you, will run with you? Who can you help maybe help delegate tasks to that can take you, kind of distract you away from really what you want to focus on? Make a list of those people. The other thing is make a list of what you will need to learn. Make yourself aware of what you'll need to know or what you'll have to learn. One of the things I remembered I had to learn was track. I knew I had to learn how to track. And so that was something that was challenging for me because I'm kind of free spirited. So to track, I had to have my numbers, I had to track my numbers, I had to become obsessed with tracking. And so that's one of the things, like, get obsessed with that, right? What do you need to learn? Do I need to learn how to do Zoom? Do I need to learn how to do virtual? Do I need to learn how to do parties? Do I need how to learn how to do bookings? Like, what are some things that you need to get done in order to help you with your goal, right? Next is develop a plan of action. You need a track to run on. So yes, you have your goal. Now, what is your plan? What is your plan to get to that goal? So develop a plan of action and then you take that and run with it. So for me, my plan was how many faces am I seeing for the month? And then I broke it down into how many faces for the week, how many parties do I need to do to have to get to that goal, right? Um, know what's in it for me, right? So what is in it for me? What will be the benefit? So what will I earn when I go for that goal? When I go for directorship, I know that I will have a 300% increase. When I go for directorship, I know I can earn my car at the same time. Write them down. What's in it for you? Write it down. Without knowing the benefits, you cannot truly be sold on your goal. So that's why you need to know what's in it for you. Are you sold on your goal? Are you sold out? Are you truly sold out on your goal? Once you know the benefits, you will know why you want to accomplish your goal. So, what is the benefit? What is it going to grant you when you have that goal? In my case, it would be I have more flexibility, I have more freedom. I give myself a 300% increase. I get to mentor women. You know, what is in it for you? And am I truly sold on my goal? Once you know it, then yes, you're going to go for that goal. And the next thing, this is a super important one. Have a positive attitude. Can I tell you? Start from where you are now and go as far as you can see. It's almost like you're driving at night and you only can see a portion of the road. You can't see all the way to the end of the street, right? So you go as far as you can see and then you take the next step, right? You keep driving until you can see more and then you keep going. So that's how it's going to be when it comes on to having a positive attitude. You may not see the full staircase, but you just take one step at a time to get there. The most important thing about this is remember that you must have a positive attitude. And with this, I recommend surrounding yourself with people that can encourage and foster that positive attitude. 90%, remember this, 90% of the way you feel is the way you decide to feel. So you make that decision. You make that decision. When you have somebody that's negative around you, you make that decision if you're going to absorb that, right? Build a winning attitude and you will be a winner. So build a winning attitude. Literally, I remember when I was going for my big goal and I was declaring and already telling everybody that I was going to earn that. I already have earned it. And so I was putting myself in that role saying, oh yeah, I'm going to be a director at the end of the month, or I'm going to be a director in 3 months, or I'm going to earn my car in 3 months. So already seeing yourself achieving that goal. Another thing that you can pay attention to is change the way you say hello. You set the pace with your first words. So they said, put a pep in your hello, and a peppier you will follow. So when you're saying hello, hello, hear the difference. Hello. So when you're peppier with your hello, when you're when you have put a pep in your, as they say, pep in your step, when you put a pep in your hello, a peppier you will follow, right? Because that's energy and that's gonna draw other people to you, right? The next thing when it comes on to your goal is taking care of your body. So when you're running for a goal, it requires vitality. If you're tired all the time, you're not taking your vitamins, you're not drinking enough water, those are things that will affect you. Exercise is important too. So if it means that you got to wake up a little earlier to exercise, go to bed on time, to achieve, to just to make sure you're healthy when you're going for your goal, then really that's what you're going to need to do, right? So make sure you're healthy. Feed your mind every day. So what are you listening to? What are you feeding your mind with? I know I do the miracle morning. And so for the miracle morning, what I do is I wake up earlier. I get into the word. I start my day slowly. I don't wake up late when I'm rushing. So it's feeding your mind. What are you listening to? So if you don't have time, I use the time when I'm doing my makeup to feed my mind. So self-image is a determining factor in success. I was speaking about this with someone today. You must override any negativity fed to us on a daily basis. So the way you can override that is what you're feeding your mind. And so think about, how are you seeing yourself when you wake up? Are you putting on your face? Are you putting on, your right clothing? Don't dress up, make yourself look professional. Even if you're a stay-at-home person, you still want to dress up. And or people work from home, you still want to make sure you get up, put your makeup on, and put on your clothing, and it will affect how you feel. And guess what? Those are different ways that you can go for your goal. I hope this was helpful. I hope this will help you when you get ready to run for your next goal. Until next